Center for Spiritual Living. We are so glad that you joined us today. So, our theme for the year 2024, those weeks are going by. It's getting closer and closer to the end of the year, but we're still in 2024. So, our theme for this year is a grand rising, and it's November. So, we have a new theme. All right, you ready? It's a fun dance. Abundance. Yeah, you get it. Abundance. So, our topic today will be Life is Sweet, Let It Rise. And it will be given by our wonderful, oh my goodness, Reverend Charlene. I want to say practitioner still. Our wonderful Reverend Charlene. And we'll have music by Leah. We are so glad that you took some time out of your day to join us. Do you feel like you got an extra hour for those folks in America? I don't know if I feel like I got that extra hour, but I'm enjoying it and I'm with you. So it's all good. Sit back, relax. And let me say one more thing before we start our welcoming video. If you have any celebrations or prayer requests that you would like us to include later in our service when we do our affirmative prayer, which we call spiritual mind treatment. If you would like us to include something, just drop that in the chat and Charlene will make sure that she includes that when we go into prayer after our message. Now, that's everything I have to tell you to kick things off and get things started. Take a little sigh, a nice deep breath in. You made it. Sit back and enjoy our welcoming video. Please join us as we create our sacred space. We set our intentions of deepening into our awareness and practice of our 5 pillars of spiritual living by lighting this candle in our virtual world. Our first pillar is sacred study, represented by the divine quality of truth. We use this pillar to recognize the importance of an open mind and the power of our minds. The second pillar is affirmative prayer, represented by the divine quality power. This pillar honors the power of prayer in our daily lives. Our third pillar is meditation and the divine quality of peace. This pillar reminds us of the importance of meditation and the peace we feel when we quiet our minds. The fourth pillar is circulation and the divine quality of life. We know that the great law of circulation works in our lives. As we give, so shall we receive. And the fifth pillar is sacred service and the divine quality of love. This pillar affirms our call to be of service to our world as we see through the eyes of love. Let us close our eyes as we bless this sacred space and our time together. As we weave each of these pillars of spiritual living into our service today, may they deepen our own spiritual practices of study, prayer, meditation, circulation, and service, expanding our minds and our hearts to the 5 divine qualities of truth, power, peace, life, and love. We also bless everyone who made our service possible today and everyone in attendance. May the energy of love that is generated here bless everyone abundantly, and so it is. All right, folks, and now it's time for our meditation. So those of you who come to see us at Leesburg on a regular basis know that I love to do this meditation once a month. It's the loving kindness meditation. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I really need to remind myself of the message of this meditation with this upcoming week, right? So here we go. I'm going to say something and then you just repeat and we'll go through this several times. So here we go. It always begins by just getting comfortable in your chair. Close your eyes if you'd like to. It's not needed. Just get into a position where you feel very comfortable and relaxed. Release any tension or stress that you might carry in your body. And just take a deep breath in and hold and exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Just signaling to our body that we're going into the now. It's time to relax. We're not thinking about the past. We're not thinking about the future. We're just concentrating right now on this present moment. Here's the loving kindness meditation. May I be filled with loving kindness. Now say it with me. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be happy. I felt it, just that little shift in consciousness when I was going through that. I hope you felt it too. Now, I want you to think of someone else, someone that you know needs a little extra loving kindness for this upcoming week. Do you have someone in mind? All right, let's send a gift to them. You ready? Here we go. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. I think I could even imagine that person laughing as I was saying that blessing, sending out that loving kindness. We know that we're all connected. So it doesn't matter if the person's in the same room with you, the same city, the same state, the same country even, right? You can just send them a message. And we know that somehow we pick up on that. It's all connected. All right, the next one is always the challenge. So I want you to think of someone who maybe is creating a stressful situation in your life, maybe is very ill at ease, something that is just not sitting right with you, with this person, but they need love and kindness too. So here we go. Do you have a person in mind? Let's send that message of loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. It all comes down to loving ourselves. It all starts with self-love. And once we have that, it flows like the water that I'm seeing on that video. It just flows out. It's like this light that just radiates. All right, I'm changing something up. I do that from time to time. I want this one to go out to everyone in our country. And as we say this, I want us to think about those words, United States, and what it means to be part of the United States. So to all Americans, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. May you be happy. No matter what, we get up each day, we take a breath. We're here, we're living. We always have a gift to give to others. And one of them just might be taking a moment, going into that now, and sending out a message of loving kindness to whoever may need it. All right, take a little deep breath, wiggle your toes, relax, and sit back. Thank you for joining me, and now it's time for some music by Leah.
Thank you so much, Tamara. I'm sure wherever y'all are, our guests maybe wherever you are, the leaves are changing, and that is one of the most magical things that happens in the course of a year's. Have you spent a lifetime looking to find a miracle or wonder that could change your mind? You have found no reason yet to believe, but maybe hope's got something yet left up her sleeve. Something beautiful, something magical, ordinary magic. Amazing that we have this chance to be here and let our love banish fear. Let our days overfill with ordinary magic. Like when chimes a child's song and the whisper of wind in the leaves. Moonlight in the wide open arms of a sycamore tree are just ordinary magic. Amazing that we have this chance to be here, this chance to let our love disappear the fear, to let our days overfill with ordinary magic, with ordinary magic. Oh, yes, heavy sigh. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Leah, you are ordinary magic. Extraordinary, actually. So, welcome to November. It's a wonderful day because we get to be awake, we get to breathe in and out, we get to be here. We get to be here now. And with Tamara's meditation taking us into that gratitude and loving kindness. I know it's loving kindness, but I experienced it as gratitude because I get to wish someone well, even if it's me, even if it's the people I don't quite agree with. And I don't know about you, but when my person was in my head, the person I don't really vibe with, I was like, wait, do I want them to be happy? What if their happiness means, and okay, gotta let it go, gotta let it go. Because I know that the universe always says yes to whatever we are paying attention to, but I do also know this, that it favors the imprint that we place on it that's aligned with the highest principles of good. Meaning, you gotta work extra hard to be kind of mean and nasty. This is why it takes more muscles to frown than it is to smile, than it does to smile. So I have to trust that wishing all people, wanting all people to be happy, it is higher. It's kind of lifting them. And when they're looking to be happy, maybe that'll just, things that are high vibration will just be more attractive to these people. And that's the hope. The other thing I'm thankful for, the reason I'm thankful for being able to just breathe in and out, I was in the mirror this morning doing all the things because it's Sunday morning, the only day I wear makeup. And I was looking and I was like, putting on the eye cream. And I was like, yep, you're getting older. And then I thought, and so is everybody else. Of course, then the rest of my people, I have people in my head, obviously. And they were like, who's not getting older? We're all getting older. Find one person who's not getting older. And then the other part of me was like, yeah, they're dead. They're dead. They're dead. So, yeah, gratitude for breathing in and out and being still here and able to affect this world around me. Hopefully, my efforts making it a better place. But then another part said, what about vampires? Vampires don't get older. And I was like, yeah, but they still dead. See, welcome to my brain and good morning. But today we are talking, this month, we are talking about abundance. It's actually abundance, how we can look around us and just be grateful for everything that is. And the topic title is, Life is Sweet, Let It Rise. Oh, I get it, like a bun. Like a bun rises in the oven. So even if you're gluten-free, that bun will still rise. Probably a little, not as high. Even if you're dairy-free, we could put a little dairy-free butter on that bun. And lots of amazing things can happen with hot buns. Okay, stop it. Now, I'm thinking too of a bun dance where they're dancing around. Because I get to be in charge of where I put my attention. And when I notice myself slipping into a fear that there might not be enough, a fear that maybe outcomes aren't what I would want them to be, then I realize that I'm not using my attention in a way that's going to improve my life. In fact, I might be following a little fear rabbit down a little fear rabbit hole. And I want to avoid that. Because where I put my attention is where the energy flows. And where my energy flows is what grows in my awareness. And if you don't believe me, there is actually a book written by one of my favorite authors, Pam Grout. Have you heard of her? Pam Grout? She wrote that book, E cubed or E squared. It's a fun little experiment journal book where she's like, go outside. And she calls the divine, she doesn't call the divine God, she calls it dude. She's like, okay, dude, if you're real then, and then she has a lot of fun with her kind of experiments, and everything's an experiment with her. So she says, okay, let's see if the universe is reciprocal. Let's see if it's abundant, and it always gives you what you're interested in. So she's like, write down in your journal, today I want to go outside and I want to see a giraffe. Okay, dude. Show me a giraffe. And that's just an example. And sure enough, there's a little girl that gets on the bus that has a giraffe on her backpack. And she's like, oh my God. This woman also wrote a book called Thank and Grow Rich, a 30-day experiment in shameless gratitude and unabashed joy. Thank and Grow Rich. It's kind of a spin-off of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which is it was a big deal back when it first came out, and it is still the cornerstone of a lot of the achievement-oriented sort of speakers who get on stage and they're just motivational speakers. They're like, get that money no matter what, you want to grow rich. But it's more of the pursuit of the money than it is about the pursuit of being okay in this world, feeling okay in this world. It was like, when you see the money, then you will feel happy. And that's not always the case. Ask any rich person who would pay anything to be able to live another month because they might have been diagnosed with some disease. Ask that person if they could do it all over again. Would they spend more time with the newborn instead of rushing off to work? Ask them. They'll tell you the money doesn't do it all. So when we say abundance, we're not talking about money. We're not talking about money at all. We're talking about a consciousness of there is enough of whatever it is we want to experience. That we are to look at this world not as, oh, why don't I have this thing yet? But oh, look at all that I do have. Because what we appreciate actually appreciates in value. You see how that word works? Like when you put the money in the bank and then it has interest, and that interest keeps appreciating, and assets tend to appreciate. Well, so that appreciate word is not only the result of having something, it's the result of our attention on the things we do have. If we appreciate what we do have, two things happen. One, we stop focusing on what we don't have, which never is a winning battle. And the other thing that happens is our energy it gets in a positive feedback loop instead of the negative one. Oh, look what I have. And then, so in fact, Lynn Twist, who wrote a book, Living a Committed Life, she says, you experience true abundance by going through the portal of sufficiency. I love this. The portal of sufficiency, by being grateful for what you already have. If you let go of trying to get more of what you don't really need, hear me though, if you let go of trying to get more of what you don't really need, it frees up oceans of energy to pay attention to what you do have. When you are grateful for what you already have, it expands. This is the principle of sufficiency. What you appreciate appreciates. I love it. I love that. And how many times have I myself gotten caught up in, it's fall. What boots should I buy? Because, it's boots and sweater season, right? But do I even need boots? I have lots of boots. Am I automatically just, nom, 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 get more, get more? What if I turned around, instead of the looking for more, what if I turned around and started appreciating what I do have? And then noticing my abundance, maybe I can share. Maybe I haven't worn some of these boots, or maybe they're not even, let's talk about getting older and not caring about those high heel boots, maybe in favor of the lower ones or the wedge ones. But someone somewhere will really want to wear those high heel boots. So perhaps noticing how much we already have, and then culling that so that if it's an overflow, let's give from the overflow. Giving is awesome when you're giving from the extra, because then it makes room for even more, and you can be a conduit of the giving and receiving reciprocity of the universe. That's how that works. We don't want to be the black hole where everything comes in and nothing leaves. But we do want to be engaged in that giving and receiving so that we're part of that flow. And any sort of flowing liquid, at least, tends to be cleaner and has more minerals, has things moving, it's more vivid, it's more lively than is a stagnant pool of something stagnant that doesn't move. I don't know about you, but when I was coming up, I was told if you're stuck in the wilderness and there's a babbling brook, that's safer than that algae-ridden pond over there. So if you're caught in the woods and you have to sip from somewhere. So that's the idea. Keep the resources flowing, and then we're part of this life. In fact, abundance is a universal principle. But a lot of us don't experience it. Why? Because we believe that it means having things that we don't have yet. We think it means I got to get to the next rung on the ladder and then I'll have it. It's always some relative thing sometimes with us. Wayne Dyer says, yes, it's true. Abundance is a universal principle that many of us do not experience because we misinterpret it. He says we believe it means having things and striving for more of those things. But abundance really means understanding that our eternity and our universe are endless. Our eternity and our universe are endless. So if that's true, I know for me, if I'm on the road and I'm driving somewhere, recently went on a trip, it took hours and hours and hours. I want to say 36 hours to drive to this place. And normally when I'm driving, I just want to get there. At this point, though, there was so far to go, I was like, I might as well chill and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the road, stop, linger, buy little things to eat that I haven't tried before at the side stand. Enjoy the journey. If it's endless, why am I in a hurry? Let's chill and just kind of enjoy and relax and breathe in and take in all these gifts that cost nothing. It's all for nature, beautiful nature, walking down the street with the beautiful leaves just falling off the tree and making that crunching sound under your wedged boots. That's a wonderful free feeling. That doesn't cost anything. Everything from the brisk air whooshing in your face or anything from the lick of a dog who's so happy to see you. There's so many things. I can't even name them. If you look around your room right now, so many things to be grateful for. They're already here. And it's kind of mean to look past those and say, move. I'm trying to get that thing that doesn't exist yet. I don't see you. I've already gotten you. You're old news. I'm looking for the new thing. It's kind of rude. Like, what am I, chopped liver? Says all the things around you. Says all the people, all the accomplishments, all the pieces of your life that have, up until this moment, gone unappreciated. So the fact of just appreciating could really change everything. So yes, we have abundance all around us. Yes, it shows up in a plethora of ways. And when we notice it and when we turn our attention to what we do have, then what we get is more of that. I heard some scientists talking, not sure it's relevant. I'll put it out there and see if that works out. It just came to me and I don't know, I'll follow it. Let's go. I was listening to some scientists and they said, is the glass half full or half empty? And it was the normal philosophical, well, it depends on your point of view. And my friend, and now I think he's my friend in my head, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He goes, oh, I have a definitive answer for that. And I'm like, what? How does he have a definitive answer? That's one of those, it depends. He says, well, it's half full if you're in the process of filling it up. It's half empty if you're in the process of taking away the water. Like, give me the context of that glass and I'll tell you definitively whether it's half full or half empty. And I thought, whoa, that's pretty cool. Now, thinking about, and now I'm realizing how it ties in. My brain, it works in a way that it picks stuff up and it's like, okay, we'll follow that squirrel. Listen, if I'm always looking at life as half full, the glass is half full, that is my life, what I'm noticing is always that I am a magnet for things coming to me. The glass is always filling up. It's always filling up, and if it's only halfway full, it's because it's not finished filling up yet. And that is how we can choose to see the world. Now, if we're kind of a hoarder and kind of scared about the future, we might interpret every time something leaves us, every time we have to let go of something, that's taking away. And oh no, this glass is half empty now. I'm almost out of resources. What am I going to do when there's no more resources? And that causes, me just saying that caused my anxiety to go up just a tad. The fear that, oh no, there's not going to be enough, that's going to cause me to stop whatever it is that's taking the resources out of the glass. But then the universe doesn't know, it has no idea what's going on. It just notices, okay, all right, I'm going to say yes to whatever's going on. So if Charlene feels like she doesn't have, yes, she doesn't have. And then the opportunities stop coming my way. Or maybe I just can't notice opportunities that are coming my way because I've now narrowed my focus to just what I decided I need. And if anything else comes across my way, that's not what I need. And poor me. It's half empty. I have exactly, and then I'll do the math, 2 weeks before it's empty. Like, And because I focused on what I don't have, I don't recognize the gifts that are trying to come. And again, it's not that the universe said, I'm going to stop giving them to you. It's a little more sinister than that. The whole flow of possibilities is still going by me. It's just I can't see them because I've got blinders on because I think that the glass is half empty. So this brings me to a story. It's in a book by Mark Nepo, The Book of Awakening. And listen to this. There's an old story about a young man who's freezing on the side of the road in Alaska. He's hitching a ride to Miami. He's so cold, he can barely hold up his handmade sign. After a long wait, a friendly trucker stops and says, I'm not going to Miami, but I'm going as far as Fort Lauderdale. Dejectedly, the young man says, oh, and he turns the ride down. This is the folk myth of our modern culture. This is what I'm talking about. If I keep looking at that glass and I'm like, it's only half, it's a whole half empty, then every opportunity that drives by me, it's not good enough because I'm going to need Miami. Dude, Fort Lauderdale is right there. You can't just, and it's so literally obvious that he should have got on the darn truck. But how many times have we been presented with opportunities and then we're like, you know what? I'm not feeling that. No idea at all that if we just show up to that thing, then we might meet a person who, we have no idea what the steps are. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. One of the Martin Luther King quotes I remember from a poster. The idea is you don't know everything. You don't know everything. But the thought that that glass is half empty will shade the way you see the world. It will make you presume that this thing is not for you, and because it doesn't look exactly. Now, regardless of, and I would just, because I know when you're young, at least when I was young, I used to play this game where I would just try everything that was presented to me because who knows if something good would come of it. And the older people around me would be like, oh no, that's not a good idea. And I'm like, how do you know? Well, because I know a little more than you. Maybe you take some advice. Well, what if it's okay for me? Like obvious things, like don't date the guy that's lying about everything. Maybe that guy's going to lie to you and maybe you'll be crying one day. Well, how do you know? Maybe I'm the person that causes him to stop lying. It's that kind of stuff I was hard-headed about, had to go down that journey myself. But there's things that, you know, not everything should just be, oh, maybe this is the journey I need to take. Not everything should be, don't get into every truck is what I'm trying to say. So definitely examine what it is that's being offered. And if it's 3 out of 5, if it's 9 out of 10, don't just throw away everything because it's not exactly the way. And that's what I'm thinking happens if we're caught up noticing all the things we don't have and we forget admiring the things we do have. There's something about being able to take inventory of your life, see what's working, see what's not working, consciously choose, because what's going on is if we take conscious inventory and be thankful of what we do have, thankful for what we do like, then we can let go of some of the things that we might be holding on to out of the fear that maybe no one will love me if I don't hold on to this bad thing. I'm scared to let go of the suboptimal because what if something better doesn't come along? When we're trained, our eyes are trained on appreciating what's around us. We can say, I don't know why I'm talking about this part, but sure, I want love in my life. And then you can say, I want love in my life. I don't have any love in my life. Okay, hold on. Don't you have a dog? Isn't that dog happy to see you every day? That dog is like, yeah, but that's just a dog. Well, don't you have a mom? And doesn't your mom just love you and tell you all that? Yeah, but that's just my mom. Well, don't you have 2 sisters? Both of them are like, oh my God, you're so sweet. Yeah, but that's just mine. And don't you have a brother? and your brother's wife, didn't they just give you this amazing thing and they told you how much? Yeah, but that's family. They have to say that. See how a person that's thinking like that is batting away all the evidence that they are already loved. And this is where it gets sinister. Then they turn to romance and go, and it all must come from this channel. And the universe is like, dude, so like I've got tributaries coming in from 16 different sources. It's all love. How dare you just say, not good enough, not good enough, not love, not love. I want it to come from, get this, not only that one channel, which is romance, but this one person that I want to show me love. And if they don't do it, then I'm not worthy. How do we just take the universe and say, no, 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 not love, not love, not love. And then we point romantically, I get it. But then out of all the apples in the bin, say this one rotten apple needs to be able to turn good and love it. What the heck is happening? This is where we just need to pray for each other. When we understand that there is already love, then you could be like, I don't really need that rotten apple. I could actually just embrace all this love that's already around me, which will then enhance my vibration. And then I'll be aware of how loved I am, which will make me more loving. That whole reciprocity recipe. And then, oh, look, maybe I will go to that party. Maybe I will meet those people. Maybe I will. And you say you have a brother or a sister or a person, and all of a sudden, look how when you weren't even out there trying to narrowly cast a hex, a spell on that person so they can come to you. Look how the abundant universe said, here you go. Was this what you wanted? Everyone I know that is happy now, they weren't even looking. They're just like, I guess, okay. The point is to be happy where you are. If you want love, experience all the love you already have. You want abundance, physical money. Sure. Notice all the money that you do have and watch it overflow. Watch how it multiplies, because what you appreciate, you will get more of. What you appreciate, appreciates. So in this next week, what I would love for you to do is to recognize beauty all around you. All around you, from anywhere you look for the beauty, for the symmetry, for the colors, whatever it is, look for that and notice that. And then cultivate this idea, this mindfulness of gratitude, just being grateful. Even if you just say it to yourself, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for that person. I'm so grateful for that thing. Extra bonus credits if you actually say, oh, thank you for being you. Thank you for being sweet. Thank you. And extra stars if you then give from that sense of having so much that of course you're going to give. Being so blessed with, I don't care if it's boots, I don't care if it's pots and pans, what is it that you have so much of? And then give that away. So that is our task this week. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. This whole month, we have a lot more to talk about in terms of how you already are super abundant. You just might not already know it. So let's check this prayer request. Okay, let's go within. It is time. As we know, there is only one divine energy. There's only one divine source. That is the universe that created all that is, the universal energy, whether you call it Mother, Father, God, whether you call it Shiva or God or Allah or whatever you call this being, this isness, that is still energizing each and every one of us. We are the eyes, the ears, the hands, the feet. We are the embodiment of this divine energy. And each of us is a personality of that divine. We were born perfectly just the way we are, just as the divine intended. And so our work here is just to pull away all of the illusions and all of the maybe the calluses that might cover our true selves, and we just show up as who we came here to be. We are divinely connected. We are divinely imbued with everything that we can embody. All we have to do is notice it and become it. And so in this energy of interconnectedness, oneness, there's love, there's peace, there's absolute abundance in all areas. There's beauty and there's joy, there's harmony right here, just waiting to be noticed. And I do, in this energy of awareness, I speak my word into the law for Susan, that her daughter, who is with us here, that she energetically comes to understand who she really is. I speak my word for this, for Susan and her daughter, that there is an awareness blooming. There's something new happening right now. And that where there seemed to be discord, that's erasing and becoming something else, something more divine, something more cohesive. And that this is unfolding as it should. That all is well in that relationship. And I turn my mind toward this United States, where we all either have already gone to the polls or we're headed to the polls. I know that the highest and best is unfolding right here and right now. I turn any ideas of worry or concern or fear, I turn that over, knowing that it is in the hands of the divine. And with the light that I can shine in my own life and into those around me, I simply look for the peace and the joy and the high vibrations that heal everything else. And I look forward to just holding space as our country does what it does. I simply know all is already well. It is already done. It is in the hands of the divine. And so I simply rest in gratitude. And I release my word into the law, knowing that they have wings and they fly to the universal realm where all is unfolded perfectly. I release, I let it go, and so it is. Ashe. Here we are.
I'm going to start where you started. Oh, there we go. I thank you, Reverend Shar. And I'm going to start back where you started with the book from Pam Grout. I didn't know about Think and Grow Rich, but just the title says everything. And your talk reiterated perfectly. This is a song I sang to myself on a day when I was feeling a lot of lack, feeling like there was more lack than there was plenty. And on my walk, I realized that the sun was shining on my face, just full brilliance, and I decided to focus on that. And this is the song that came as a gift. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. And it's smiling down on me, and I'm good and warm and free. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. Oh, yes, I do. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. And it's smiling down on me, and it's good and warm and free. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. I've got sunshine on my face. I've got sunshine on my face. And it's smiling down it. I've got sunshine on my face. Today is gonna be an amazing day. Today is gonna be a day I let it be. I feel the love, I am the love. Today is gonna be an amazing day. Today is gonna be an amazing day. I am the love. Today is gonna be an amazing day. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face. So grateful, and it's smiling down on me, and it's good and warm and free. I've got more than enough sunshine on my face.
Wow. Okay. I could have gone with a few more verses of that, Leah. That song was amazing. Thank you so much. And what a perfect song with our topic today of abundance. Oh my goodness. Love it. And thank you so much, Reverend Charlene. That thing about the glass being half full or half empty, that is the thing that's going to stick with me. How am I looking at that glass at any given moment? Love this. All right, folks. So now is the time that we talk about our donations that keep us doing what we're able to do every Sunday, bringing the message to you. We send a portion of what we receive to our home organization, as well as to organizations that have the same vision of us as us. Welcome, or oh my goodness, helping to create a world that works for everyone. So there are so many ways that you can give. Odds are you found something that works for you, I am sure. No matter how you're giving, just know that we appreciate it so much. And I love what Charlene said, you know, what we focus on, it just expands. It just expands. We believe in the law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. So please join me in the blessing. Blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to the day in which I live. And so it is. All right, announcements, dream study. So for those of you who joined Charlene and her friends, you know what I'm about to talk about. If you've never heard of this before, please listen up. Charlene and friends meet on alternating Sundays at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and they explore their dreams. They share and they help each other interpret what is the message that you are getting when you are fast asleep and when you are dreaming. Odds are there's something there. There's something to those dreams. Their next meeting will be on November 16th. Mark your calendars, and if you can, please join them. And it is November, which means this is the 2025 Conscious Giving Program kickoff. So your board or your leadership council for CSL Leesburg, this is the time that we're starting to create our budget for next year. And we can't do that until we know, what do we have? You know, the money that comes in, we need to know what's coming in before we make decisions on how we're going to spend it and where it's going to and how we can make CSL Leesburg better and better for you. So the Conscious Giving Program is an invitation to deepen into our own spiritual practice of abundance, right? By joyfully accessing the law of circulation through the practice of conscious and consistent financial support for our center. This results in an increased amount of abundance in our lives and in our community. So what can you do at this time? We're going to ask you to do something. This is important to us so that we can create our budget for next year, so that we can make the plans for what will CSL Leesburg look like in 2025. So you see that QR code? Odds are you have something on your little phone. I'm going to pull mine up right now as I'm talking to you. So we made it easy. You know Charlene, she takes care of us. So all you have to do is pull up your phone, go to that QR code. Here it is. It's the form now on my phone. And I just fill out this form. And Charlene is putting that little link in the chat in case you don't have that QR code reader on your phone and you can't do that. But we're going to ask you just to fill that out. So you fill out your name, your email, your phone, your address, and then it's going to ask you for a donation amount. And here's Charlene again. Look at what she did for us. The green means go. So here it is on my phone. So I'm going to fill in my donation amount. And then I say how frequently I want to give that, weekly, monthly, annually. And you find a way that works for you. We try to be accommodating. You think about what can you give. And then do you see where she marked it red to set up reoccurring payments? That's optional. Maybe you're already in something and you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. So you don't need to fill that out. But if that's new to you, if you've never given before and you never set something up, then you might want to take a look at that and set up some reoccurring payments. And then when you're done that, look at that little green box at the bottom. Boom, submit. So how much time would that take you? Let me think. Maybe you have to think a little bit. Maybe you have to sit down with your budget. Maybe you have to give this some thought. Maybe you have to give this some prayer. Maybe you just need to take a little time to reflect on it. But once you go to this link, I don't even think it's going to take you a minute. I don't think it's going to take a minute to fill out. So that's all we're asking you to do. You can always change it later too. Let's say that there's something that comes up that you didn't expect on. So, hey, we're flexible, but we need to know this and we need you to do it. Now listen to this, guys. Again, we're so flexible, right? We're giving you a whole month. Today's November 3rd. So make sure that by November 30th, because that's when we're going to sit down, create our budget for 2025. And here's the best part of all. If you have one of these, you know, I can't come to service without this. I fill it up. I love all the spaces for notes. I love getting a heads up for what is the message going to be in May, and what is the message going to be in July, and what does it mean abundance in November? I get a sneak preview of what the topic's going to be, and there's some that I get really excited about. Oh, I've got to make sure that I'm there that Sunday for this one. So you get your journal. I have my collection. I wouldn't part with these. They've piled up over the years, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful way of noting what really sticks with you and resonates with you in each service. And it's so fun to go back. I do go back and read through my notes. Sometimes they get starred. Sometimes you even get little Post-it notes put on it because there's something really good on that page. So as you give, so sure you receive. You give and you make this pledge to us, and we make sure that you get your journal for next year. And look, you're already getting a sneak preview. What is our theme going to be for 2025? Rising higher and growing deeper. And isn't that a beautiful cover? So folks, we know, because we know you, and we know that we're all friends and family here, and we know that you're going to take some time and fill that out. Try not to wait till November 30th. It's quick and it's easy. And just know that we thank you so much for your support. We cannot do what we do each week without your support. So thank you so much. We feel the abundance. All right, folks, that is our time together. So it's time. Before we sign off, I want to remind you about our pearls. If there's something that you'd like to share with us, something that resonated with you from the meditation, the message, music, maybe you just want to hang out and talk with us a little bit. We're here. We call this Pearls. We do this every Sunday after service, and it's a fun way just to connect with each other. But before we do that, we're going to say our closing affirmation. You ready? All right, put your hands over your heart. Oh, my goodness. It's all good. It's all good. And repeat after me. I am love. All right. Now I want you to think of someone who needs this message. Someone who you really feel genuine love to. We did that meditation, so we don't have to think about somebody that's rubbing us, the wrong way. Think of somebody that you just want to remind, hey, you are love. You ready? Let's send that message to them. You are love.
You are love.
I heard you. Now put your hands up in the air. Join me with some love sprinkles. Here we go. Let's sprinkle love everywhere, everywhere. Here we go. Ready? It's all love. Woo! All right, folks. Thank you again for joining us. We are so glad that you took some time out of your day to be with us. If you have to go and enjoy the beautiful fall day, we understand. I get it. You have things to do. But if you can stay, just hang out with us for a few minutes.